Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's land.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Power, let's go.
The actor Bill
Right.
Pullman, and I have a photo
Seriously,
here.
right? To Bill Pull. Okay.
Tell
Oh yeah,
tell
that was
tell
just
us.
like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is off your Instagram, so I didn't mind you
That
sharing. But
that is.
tell us about this.
Well, this picture's very recent. Me and Bill have been friends for over, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. I took my, he's one of my grandma's favorite actors. So that's my grandma in the green there. You got my grandma in this. That's funny. She's in the
I
green there, and I took
yeah.
her as a surprise to go
Hmm.
meet Bill because she knew we were friends, but she didn't really believe me. You know what I mean? So I took her to see Bill, and this was a couple of weeks ago. But his involvement in the record is, I assume that's what you're going to ask next.
Correct, because he's on the record, guys.
He
He's
is on the
on,
record.
and he's the first track. So tell us a little backstory of that.
Um, that prologue or introduction or whatever you want to call it, it's a spoken word
Yeah.
track on the album. It sets the tone perfectly because the album is meant to sound like a movie almost, like a film, because it takes you linearly. It takes you places, from the beginning to the end
Hmm.
of the record. But that spoken word piece was actually his idea when we were talking about what I was doing on the project and the album. He said to me, "Man, it would be great to open the album up with some spoken word and this and that." And I was like, "Man, if anyone could help me with that, had a great voice and could memorize lines really well, like
Hmm.
I was kind of
Hmm.
kind of buttering him up." He was like, "Let's do it. Let's record it." He set the date up for like 2 days, like in
Hmm.
advance, and I had nothing written. I was like, okay. So on the drive there to record with him, that's when I wrote the poem that you hear on the first track.
You
On the
wrote it.
way, yeah, I wrote
Oh,
100% of
wow.
what's on this record.
Wow.
So yeah. So I wrote it on
Wow.
the way there to his house, and then I put the score behind it. I composed the score behind it, the score that you hear on the first track. So it was pretty interesting for Bill Pullman to open up a salsa Latin jazz record. Pretty
But
cool.
it's much more than a salsa Latin jazz. But we'll get into that. Just like some misconceptions about that but your album, like you said, it goes all over the world. Let's play a little bit of that. Is that
Yeah,
cool?
of course,
I
please.
want to play the track that we were talking about. So where and how long did it take to record that and all that stuff? As far as Bill Pullman's
Yeah, as
part.
far as Bill's part, I recorded the whole session. We did it in his house in a portable studio. So a friend of ours helped out with that.
Uh-huh.
He took maybe 20 to 30 minutes. He's a professional. You know what I mean? He's a professional.
Right.
So he read his lines and he gave it that feeling, that
Oof.
you'll hear for yourself.
Yeah, guys, you guys are in for a treat if you haven't already checked out. Because I've been promoting it last week. Let's listen to a little bit of it. Now, this is the opening monologue, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's put it up.
Impromptu. One word that can mean anything or everything. It is the unscripted part of life, the off-camera genius, the behind-the-scenes laughter, the unrehearsed notes that fill the air with joy or nostalgia. It is the road that leads to nowhere, but holds the most pleasant arrival.
Bro, I'm gonna pause it right there.
Yeah.
How does someone so young like you write something so profound and old soul? Listen to these words, guys.
Yeah,
And then you
you're
got
right there.
Bill
Thank you,
Pullman
man.
doing it. And then you got the orchestra underneath. Who are you, man?
Dude, the most one of the most famous speeches in Independence Day. Remember the Independence Day speech?
Of course. Of
This
course.
guy,
My crowd of my audience probably knows every word for word.
dude, it's
Because
crazy,
we're big
man.
sci-fi and comic book and fantasy
Definitely.
community here. So
Me too. I don't know, man. It came to me. It came to me, man. On the ride to his house.
well, let's keep listening. I didn't mean to interrupt, but let's keep
No,
listening.
please.
Here we go.
ahead.
It is what happens when you let go of the wheel and let yourself be driven. It will be beauty. It will be pain. It will be light. It will be darkness. For there is none without the other. Be it what it may, it is the purest form of our existence. The falling tree does make a sound.
Man. Wow. Are you guys in the chat hearing this? Are you guys in Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff? You guys taking this in? That's gorgeous, man.
Thank you so much,
and
man.
So I'm getting two things because of the album cover, and that's you sleeping under a blanket looking out to the sun,
looking out to the LA skyline.
LA skyline. This is like a love letter to LA and to the world, but it starts with LA. Yeah,
man, I like the way you said it, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. This is definitely that.
Well, people are listening. It is amazing. Well, yeah, Willie's amazing. No. And our audience agrees, man. And these, like I said, these people are very critical of their entertainment nowadays. As you should be, And to Willie, thank you so much for being here, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
My pleasure.
So let's play a little bit more, and then I want to play. I got 3 songs I want to ask you about on this album, if that's cool with you. Okay,
perfect.
Cool.
The bird flies over the canyon, overlooking the desolate land, for it is truly free and unbound. Can we only aspire to be unbound from our earthly scripts, schedules, plans, social constructs, self-images, time? Or can we live, improvise? Let us ad-lib our greatest moments. Let our journeys be our most perfect melodies, letting others join in harmony. Let us be the orchestra, and let our beautiful planet be the stage. Let us be impromptu. The LA Impromptu Orchestra.
Ooh, goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
Man, me too, man. I don't know. Hey, Bill is a great. Wow, he's amazing, man.
Is he a salsero? Is he a fan of Latin jazz, of salsa, or what?
His kids are in the music industry. They're great guitarists, drummers, singers. They have like a folk band. So he's very involved in music. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Isn't that awesome?
Nice, and he's a cool neighbor. He's not a punk.
Yes. How do you know he was a neighbor? He is a neighbor. That's crazy.
You said that in your dude. Don't you remember what you put on Instagram?
No.
It's Willie.
Oh man, I should stop doing that.
It says, and new neighbors, the Pullmans.
Oh, right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I actually moved into.
You're like, I'm gonna re-edit that.
Yeah, golly, that's
you
crazy.
Got some stalkers, Holmes.
Yeah. Hey. That's hilarious.
Ay, Dios.
Like, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.